No gym, no problem, and no excuses. We've got this. Today we're talking about core. Every Monday is going to be core, the abdominals. Transverse abdominis, TVA. Most important core muscle you have. I've been studying a fall prevention class, and if that muscle isn't activated in your gait, you're going to have lots of issues. That is the deepest stomach muscle you have, and it goes horizontal. They said if you have a lower body pooch, you probably don't have a very good transverse abdominis. And it's an easy muscle to work because you can even do it when you're sitting. So I'm going to show you 3 different levels of how to work this transverse abdominis. If this is weak, you'll likely have weak legs and weak glute muscles also. So transverse abdominis day. I'm going to start by having my wonderful cameraman, Sean, thank you, hubby, zero in on my abdominals. I want you to see something. The first step is, if you cannot belly breathe like this, you need to learn how. Super important. So you should expand your belly with air by breathing in. See, it pooches out. Now, as you breathe out, you want to feel that contraction expand. Your belly button should try to go right through to your spine. They call this your corset, and it wraps and holds everything together, the transverse abdominis does, okay? So you're going to breathe in, expand it, and then push it out, all that air. Get all that air out, and compress, compress, compress. See the wrinkles in my shirt? Once you get that compressed, you're going to count to 10. Hold that compression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and breathe. All right? You can do that seated. So we're going to do this very first exercise called the TVA counting, transverse abdominis, hold and count. We're going to do it seated. Go tall like someone's pulling you up. Take your big breath and breathe out. Belly button right through to your spine and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's exercise number 1. Number 2 and 3, we're going to get you on the ground. And it's kind of important to get on the ground. To do these on the couch would be harder on your wrists and on your balance, because this is going to throw a balance component into it. So if you cannot get on the ground, here's one way you can try. Depending if your shoulders are strong enough, you can kind of just slide yourself down along the couch, right, into the floor. If that's hard on your shoulders, I want you to try to see if you can kind of slide on the side, put one knee down and the other knee down. I have a pillow down that is really nice and soft on your knees if you need extra knee support. After my knee surgery for about a year, I was on a pillow. Okay? I don't care if you're on a pillow or not. If that helps, go ahead. All right. Exercise number 2, some of you know this, but we're going to focus on using the transverse abdominis for this. This is cross-body activity, right and left brain. Beautiful. It activates so many things besides that transverse abdominis. Okay, we're going to allow that big breath. Sag that belly. Now as you breathe it out, I want you to press that belly button to your spine and lift an opposite arm and leg. Now we're going to point your toe and thumb up towards the ceiling. And I don't want you to lift, rotating your hips out. Keep your hips level to the floor as you lift. So your leg's not going to come up super high. Come back down, breathe in. Sag, hang out, breathe out. And hold. This is like that counting to 10, right? I'm counting, holding, getting that transverse abdominis sucked in tight, 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 tight. See if you can get it to feel like it's wrapping all the way to the back. We want to do 8 of those on each side, okay? The last and third exercise today is kind of similar, but in a way different, because we're not going to do the right cross body, but it's the same position. We're going to take that same big breath, right? Hang this out. Now breathe it in. Push that belly button towards your spine. And as you do that, lift your knees. Let them hover above the ground. I'm not very high. I'm not rounding and arching and sticking my butt up, okay? So let me breathe in and show it again. In, now. Out, out, breathe out, out, out. Get that belly button to your spine. Lift your knees and hold. From here, you can hold to that 1, 2, 3, count, 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 right? Make sure that you're up and you're not sagging into your shoulders like this, all right? All right, so just hover and hold like this. Ideally, you want to hold a minute. Of course, you'll have to breathe. All right, let's get to work on that transverse abdominis.